Hello.
Hello, people are slowly trickling in.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that my tech was working. Thanks.
There are 5 members of the board on now. Shall we wait another minute or two?
Aye.
Hi, Bobby. Shall we wait till 4:20 to give the other board members a moment?
I think so.
Okay. Hi, members of the public. Thank you for bearing with us and coming back. We're going to wait until 4:20 to see if any other board members sign on.
Um, oh, 1 second.
It was 4:20. Can we go ahead and get started?
Yep, let's start. Jackie, do you want to start?
Certainly. Good afternoon. And thank you, members of the public, for joining us for this emergency meeting of the Board of Correction. As required by the open meetings law, we have published notice of this meeting to the contact list of the Board of Correction, and it has been posted on our website. The contact list of the Board of Correction includes members of the media. I don't believe we have our chair with us today. In the absence of the chair, we need to appoint a member of the board to serve as the interim vice chair for the meeting. I move that Rachel Bedard be appointed the interim vice chair for the meeting.
I second.
Second. Call the question?
Aye.
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 Thank you all. With that, um, I'm going to motion that we open the meeting. And to do so, I believe I have to read the resolution that makes it possible for us to have this meeting virtually. I apologize in advance, it's a little bit long. So it's the resolution of the Board of Correction, June 5th, 2023 public meeting. Whereas on April 9th, 2022, New York Governor Hochul signed Chapter 56 of the laws of 2022 relating to the 2022-2023 New York State budget, which included amendments to the Public Officers Law on the permitted use of video conferencing for meetings of public bodies. Whereas the New York City Board of Correction, the board, is a public body as defined in the POL section 102, parentheses 2, Whereas on June 14th, 2022, the board adopted a resolution and established written procedures allowing the board to, at its discretion, use video conferencing to conduct its meetings, provided that a minimum number of members are present to fulfill the public body's quorum requirement in the same physical locations where the public can attend, pursuant to POL Section 103A2C. Whereas POL Section 103A3 sets forth that the in-person participation requirements of Section 103A2C shall not apply during a local state of emergency proclaimed by the chief executive of a county, city, village, or town pursuant to Section 24 of the executive law. If the public body determines that the circumstances necessitating the emergency declaration would affect or impair the ability of the public body to hold an in-person meeting, almost done. Whereas the mayor of the city of New York first declared a state of emergency due to the COVID-19 pandemic in Emergency Executive Order number 98, dated March 12th, 2020, and extended it by subsequent orders. Whereas the mayor last extended for the aforementioned state of emergency for 30 days in Emergency Executive Order number 411, dated May 20th, 2023. Whereas the circumstances of the emergency impair the board's ability to hold an in-person or hybrid meeting on June 5th, 2023. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Correction will hold its June 5th, 2023 special meeting solely through video conferencing means. It is further and finally resolved that a copy of this resolution will be posted conspicuously on the board website. Does that require a vote? I just did that, right? It does require a vote?
Yeah, that's, I move
To
that
approve?
we approve that resolution.
Second it.
Call the question? Aye.
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 Okay, can we get to the items on our agenda? And is somebody prepared to make the first motion?
I am. Thank you, Rachel. I wanted to make a motion to amend the current bylaws of the Board of Correction to the changes that have been distributed to all members of this board. Those changes include defining the officers of the Board of Corrections, specifically the chair, the executive director, and the vice chair. It also clearly defines that board committees will be voted on by the board, and the chair of those committees will actually be selection from the board as well. And it also amends Jackie, am I forgetting something?
I think you've gotten the primary substance, the bylaws, as well as a redlined version of the bylaws will appear on the board's website with all of the details.
So my motion is to adopt the proposed bylaws that have been shared with all board members. Can I get a second?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 All right, thank you.
Okay, so adopted, thank you. Can we get to our second agenda item, please?
I would like to move pursuant to our newly adopted bylaws that we appoint a permanent chair, a vice chair of the Board of Correction pursuant to the bylaws, who will hold the powers enumerated in the bylaws as just amended. I move that Deanna Hoskins be elected our vice chair.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Aye.
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 Okay, so be it resolved that Deanna Hoskins has been appointed vice chair of the New York City Board of Correction. The third item on our agenda?
I would like to move that that Jasmine be appointed as the executive director of the interim executive director of the Board of Correction.
So this is a motion to appoint Jasmine Georgila as our interim executive director.
That's right.
Second, is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, and is there another motion for this meeting?
I'd like to make a motion that this board forms a search committee to search for the next executive director. and that any individuals who serve on a current committee, more than 2, cannot serve on the search committee, and that we need to move this forward as soon as possible based on the emergency need to start this search.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, I believe that those are the items that were on the agenda. Is there anything else that anybody else would like to bring up before we move on? Do we have, sorry, go ahead.
No, not at this time.
Okay. Do we have capacity to take public comment or we do not? Can somebody from BOC let us know?
We don't have that capacity at this time.
Okay, we apologize to the public that we do not have capacity to take public comment here. However, we invite you to reach out to us as always, and we are having a public meeting next week, Tuesday, June 13th, I'm sorry, at 1 p.m. in our usual location. That information is posted on our website. That is an in-person meeting, and we encourage all interested parties to please be there.
Formally close the meeting.
Yeah. If nothing else, then a motion to close.
Motion to close.
Second.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you,
Thank
to
you.
members of the public for being here with us.
Bye.
Bye.
Done. Maddie?